So guys, today I'm after a video on the channel today. I'm going to do a transfer talk video. If you want to see more of these in the future, I'll do this as a weekly series. Talking about players that could be potentially joining the club, players who could be leaving the club, and just stuff like that. In this episode, we've got someone who's linked heavily with Newcastle, a player who could potentially leave the club after his performances this season. And we've got a couple of signings, well, a couple of players that could maybe sign for us who have been linked with, but it's going to be hard to sign players this summer, well, January, sorry, with Mike Ashley's owner. And if he knows he's going to sell the club, he's not going to give us any money, so it is going to be tough. But make sure to leave a like in the video, subscribe if you're new. We're getting really close to 4.5k, so it wouldn't be like if you could go subscribe. But first player we're going to be talking about is Miguel Almiron. Sorry that I might have said his name wrong, but Almiron, he's done really good in MLS. It's a massive step from MLS to Premier League. So in the MLS, it says on here 2018, 37 games for Atlanta, 13 goals with 11 assists. That's really good. And then in 2017, 31 games, 9 goals and 8 assists. So obviously you can see that he's improved, and if he wants to come to the Premier League, he's got to step up his game because he's worth a lot of money, and he's only 24 years old. He's from Paraguay, and it is going to be a tough player to sign, but he's going to be a good player. I'll get on to Ayoze Perez later because there's been a Spanish club linked with him, and that's obviously where Almiron would play in Perez's position. But I think he probably will be an improvement to Perez, and we know that Perez is a bit of a dodgy player. You can have an absolutely amazing game to an absolutely dreadful game, but Almiron, what I've seen, is a good player. I never really heard of him from the MLS. I knew him from FIFA, packing him on the Ultimate Team and stuff. And yeah, he's an 80 rated on FIFA. I know that means absolutely nothing, but he looks good. And with his strike partner, Jefferson Martinez, who knows Rondon, they could have a little bit of a connection there, Almiron and Rondon, if he signs. But personally, I don't think we'll sign him. I think he's worth far too much money. Apparently, they want 25 million for him. Even if we can get one alone, see what he's like, we'll have to see. But he's a very quick player for his position, which is obviously good. He can hold the ball up well. He's got a great touch on him. I was watching a couple of highlights of what he's done this season, and he's got a good strike on him. He can hold the ball up well, and he's quick. That's exactly what we want when he goals. I know Rondon's doing absolutely amazing for us, but around the squad isn't really. So Almiron for me would be a great signing. Vote on the poll now. Are we going to sign him or not? Let me know. But yeah, we'll talk about Ayoze Perez. So earlier in the month, I've seen some news about Ayoze Perez. Everything might not be real, but I think the stuff about Almiron is real. I think what's been said about him maybe joining the club is real, but I think this is a bit of bollocks, to be fair. Apparently Real Betis are preparing a 10 million bid for Ayoze Perez in January. They could. It doesn't mean that he's leaving. We could obviously reject it, but for me, from his performances, from his time for the club, he's not worth 10 million. If I've seen him, I'm a scout, I've seen him how he played last season, he's got to be worth at least 15 to 20 million. And we've got to make profit. We really do, because we need to make money to sign more players, because obviously Rafa needs to wheel and deal because of Ashley. But we know what Perez can do for us. He's scored 2 goals for us this season against Watford and Wolves. Well, let's see what Perez can do for the rest of the season. I think if he has a poor season, maybes. But yet again, our squad isn't big, so we need to try and keep players. But if we've got to sell Perez to maybe afford Almiron, I don't know. Ayoze Perez, he's obviously, we know what he's like. He can, like I said, he can have an amazing game or a poor game, but I wouldn't like to see Ayoze Perez leave. I know he's had a poor start, and I have slated him a lot, but I think we should keep him at the club. So I've just been scrolling through the old Twitter, Facebook, Instagram to try and find a little bit more news, and I've seen this player. I've seen him a little bit. I thought when I first seen him, I'll see if there's any more news on him, and there has been. Duan. Apparently Newcastle are scouting the young Japanese striker. He's a striker. We're lacking goals recently. I know Rondon's scoring loads of goals, but we need someone to partner him. And I don't understand why we haven't tried Mutu as much as we've tried Rondon, or even Perez has had a lot more games than Muto. He's currently playing Holland now. That's all it says. It is Newcastle scouting Japanese international 2-1 for the January window. It is maybe bollocks, or maybe just getting the media excited for a transfer, but you never know. I've never heard of him. I've never heard of him, let's be honest. I've never really heard of him, but we'll see what happens in January. And obviously in next week's episode, or whenever I do another one of these transfer videos, I'll let you know if there's any more progress on this person. So talking about a player now that has scored 2 goals for Newcastle this season, Ciaran Clark. Apparently West Brom want to bring him into their squad to help them get back to the Premier League. He obviously be partnered with Dwight Gale, who is obviously at West Brom now, but I think we've got to keep the 5 centre-backs at our club. Jamal Lascelles, Fernandez, Shaw, obviously Clark and Lejeune. We've got to keep all them 5, because we obviously now are starting to play 5 at the back, which obviously means 3 centre-backs. And you've got to keep at least 2 centre-backs ready, because if Lascelles gets injured, we've got obviously someone to come in, but with obviously Fernandez injured, Clark came in, done really, really good. So I think Clark, we've got to keep him in the squad. He's done okay this season, and I do really rate Clark sometimes. Like, sometimes he can come on and have a really poor game, but sometimes he can just win every tackle, he'll win every error. And when he played against Burnley, he scored his goal, he was captain, and then he got put on the bench and he played Man Q, and we lost against West Ham. But Ciaran Clark's definitely keep for me, and let me know in the comments what would you do. So everyone, it's going to be the end of the video. If you want to see more transfer news videos, make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, follow all my social media links in the description. I'll post a lot more stuff on there. If I say anything, I'll probably post them on my story or whatever. My Instagram is doing really good recently. It's on just over 2k followers, so it would mean a lot if you could go and follow it. I don't really promote my Twitter. It's only got about 100 followers on it, so it wouldn't be like if you could go follow my Twitter. My Snapchat, I use that basically every day. But if you want to follow my Snapchat, I post a lot on there. Like you might see stuff when I'm not even uploading. I might like put something on my college. You might see what I'm doing. But anyway, people, thanks for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel, would mean a lot. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video, because I'm obviously going daily for Christmas. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.